Hello everyone, I am BowserJrXD, and welcome to the Kansas Lottery 200 at Kansas Speedway, race 19 of 23 for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. It's elimination time, which means 2 trucks will be cut from the playoffs. 2 have already won their way in, those being Time Driscoll and Grant Enfinger, while Corey Heim and Christian Eckes are locked in on points. That leaves 6 drivers that have vying for the other 4 spots. Carson Hocevar, just by starting today's race, will lock in, and Zane Smith has a healthy 29-point lead on the cut line. That leaves the other 4 hopefuls. Crafton up by only 9, Sanchez up by only 3, Ben Rhodes behind by just 3, and Matt DiBenedetto the long shot at 20 behind. Who's going to get knocked out? Well, I guess we'll find out after 134 laps. And joining me on this in this elimination race is my good man, Motorsports Fan 17.
Yes, hello there, and good evening. I also feel like I should start by coming back to admit that if any of you heard me kind of act like a bit of a dumbass during the Cup Series stream last Sunday, I will admit, if you caught that, I was not acting in the right mind, and I was feeling pretty upset, and I just basically just felt the nerve to basically just go out there and just act like one of those average Facebook boomers. And again, that was wrong, and I will admit that wholeheartedly right now.
It happens to the best of us. And also, apparently, I got my... Actually, slight correction. Hocevar is not locked in, but he's basically locked in, as long as the 99 doesn't score.
Now, granted, I think the reason why you said that is because it was referenced that for the Xfinity race tomorrow is that's what Daniel Hemrick would have to do in order to be locked in automatically by starting the race. Yeah, so I think that's what you were thinking of.
Well, also, Hocevar's margin is 56 to the cut line, but I forgot to lock in on points. It's the margin to 8th place, not 9th place. And it's because so he has a 53-point lead on Sanchez. So okay, so Sanchez he needs to get some extra points on. So
he has to finish like 8th or better.
He just needs to get a stage point, and then he's good. Hocevar moves on, or hope that Sanchez doesn't earn any, or at least not enough.
But Nick Sanchez certainly knows what he's going to have to do, and he's starting second, so he's certainly going to be, it's going to be go right from it's going to be on right from the word go for Sanchez.
And like the booth also said, they called him like the like really good on the 1.5-mile track, which is definitely true, especially considering his almost win at Texas, a race where he led all but I think 3 laps. So
he should have won that race, but again, Texas Motor Speedway had to do what it does best.
Wreck.
And it's kind of weird because that's pretty much how it was in last year's All-Star race, and that's what really made it so bad.
No, what made that race to a Texas All-Star race bad is the way it ended. Well, it was boring and on its own.
Granted, the ending of the truck race this year was not too different.
At least it ended under caution. As opposed to last lap, Blaney about to cross the finish line, caution waves, and we do a green-white checker because of the stupid All-Star race rules.
Kind of weird how in the later points race in September is that NASCAR would end up missing an incident that happened on track when they did something completely irrelevant in the All-Star race.
Which one was that?
That was the Byron Hamlin thing, where Byron spun out Hamlin under caution.
I had a feeling it was that, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I feel like I had to confirm that.
Hopefully he doesn't do that again. Or we're in the best position.
The only 2 things that I can really compliment about Texas Motor Speedway is 1, at least there's only 1 race this year, and 2, at least this year's Cup race at Texas is 400 miles instead of 500.
I also believe it's being repaved and reconfigured, which would be...
Oh God! At this point, like just friggin' axe this track from the schedule already. I'm not even worth it anymore.
If they made it like old Atlanta, I would kiss Marcus Smith.
But they won't. I mean, granted, I feel like the only reason why they wouldn't do that is because I feel like even though he's not the track president, Eddie Gossage is probably still going to have his hands all over this.
Unfortunately. And all right, the trucks are firing up. 36 trucks ready to do this. Let's go over to the starting lineup. Starting 36, driving number 33, Butler built Ford for Ream Brothers Racing from Fort Wayne, Indiana, Chase Janes. Starting 35th, driving the number 04, CarQuest Ford for Roper Racing from Dawsonville, Georgia. Yes, Dawsonville, Georgia, Spencer Davis. And here I thought only...
Yeah, Spencer Davis is back.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know there was another racing driver from Dawsonville, so that's interesting on its own. Starting 34th, driving the number 45, Nice Products of Kansas Chevrolet for Nice Motorsports from Van Nuys, California, Lawless Allen. Starting 33rd, yes, boo. One of the caution clocks. Starting 33rd, driving the number 56, Unit Storage Toyota for Hill Motorsports from Port Tobacco, Maryland, Timmy Hill. Starting 32nd, after he wrecked his truck in qualifying, driving number 9, Grant County Mulch Chevrolet for CR7 Motorsports from Simpsonville, South Carolina, Colby Howard. Starting 31st, driving the number 88, Menards Flex Seal Ford for Thorsport Racing from Tulare, California, Matt Crafton, the first playoff driver, and he's starting way back. Starting 30th, driving the number 10, Concierge Motorsports Chevrolet for Joe Cobb Racing from Kansas City, Kansas, and back for its first time back in a while, Jennifer Joe Cobb. I completely forgot she was in the race until today. Starting 29th, driving the number 90, Carroll's Automotive Duratrain Toyota for TC Motorsports from Williamsburg, Virginia, Justin Carroll. Starting 28th, driving the number 20, CB Fabricating Chevrolet for Young's Motorsports from Anderson, Indiana, Greg Van Alst. Starting 27th, driving the number 12, WorkmanCampCowboy.org Chevrolet for Young's Motorsports from Quebecois, Missouri, Spencer Boyd. Boo. Starting 26th, driving the number 22, Professional AG Services Ford for AM Racing from Palm Beach, Florida, Mason Maggio. Starting 25th, driving the number 02, Ranco Industries Chevrolet for Young's Motorsports from Willow Park, Texas, Caden Honeycutt. Starting 24th, driving the number 32, Precision Garage Door Chevrolet for Brett Holmes Racing from Munford, Alabama, Brett Holmes. Starting 23rd, driving the number 43, Race to Stop Suicide Chevrolet for GMS Racing from DeLand, Florida, Daniel Dye. Starting 22nd, driving the number 41, Unishipper Chevrolet for Nice Motorsports from Driftwood, Texas, Bailey Curry. Starting 21st, driving the number 16, Lunai Toyota for Hattori Racing Enterprises from San Bernardino, California, Tyler Ankrum. Starting 20th, driving the number 52, Hallmark International Toyota for Hallmark Friesen Racing from Niagara-on-the-Lake, Ontario, Canada, Stuart Friesen. Starting 19th, driving the number 24, Wendell Scott Foundation Chevrolet for GMS Racing from Atlanta, Georgia, Raja Karuth. Starting 18th, driving the number 15, Dead on Tools Toyota for Tricon Garage from Artesia, New Mexico, Tanner Gray. Starting 17th, driving the number 42, Worldwide Express Chevrolet for Nice Motorsports from Portage, Michigan, Carson Hocevar. Go Lions. Starting 16th, driving the number 17, JBL Toyota for Tricon Garage from Artesia, New Mexico, Taylor Gray. Starting 15th, driving the number 11, Safe Light Toyota for Tricon Garage from Marietta, Georgia, Corey Heim. Starting 14th, driving the number 38, RTATel.com Ford for Front Row Motorsports from Huntington Beach, California, Zane Smith. Starting 13th, driving the number 5, Thompson Pipe Group Toyota for Tricon Garage from Anaheim, California, Dean Thompson. Starting 12th, driving the number 23, Champion Power Equipment Chevrolet for GMS Racing from Fairhope, Alabama, Grant Enfinger. And I wrote his state wrong. It is Alabama. I just wrote Georgia by accident for my notes. Starting 11th, also Enfinger and Zane Smith, Corey Heim, Hocevar, all playoff drivers. Starting 11th, driving number 25, Rackley Roofing Warstock Chevrolet for Rackley War from Nevada City, California. Make that make sense. Matt DiBenedetto, also playoff driver. Now for the top 10. Starting 10th, driving the number 61, Cyclone Truck Stops Toyota for Toy Racing Enterprises from Fullerton, California, Jake Drew. Starting 9th, driving the number 1, Home Smiles Toyota for Tricon Garage from Menlo Park, California, Jesse Love. Starting 8th, driving the number 19, starting 8th, driving the number 19, Peak Napa Night Vision Chevrolet for McAnally Hildeman Racing from Middletown, New York, Christian Eckes, again a playoff driver. Starting 7th, driving the number 13, Ford Performance Ford for Thor Sport Racing from Temecula, California, Haley Deegan. Driving the number 99, Kubota Ford for Thor Sport Racing from Louisville, Kentucky, Ben Rose, playoff driver. Also, I think the 25 is only in by the owners' playoffs, or one team is only in by owners' playoffs. I just don't remember which. Starting 5th, driving the number 35, Quanta Services Chevrolet for McAnally Hilgeman Racing from Monroe, Georgia, Jake Garcia. Starting 4th, driving the number 51, High Fives Foundation Chevrolet for Kyle Busch Motorsports from Loomis, California, Jack Wood, who is in the owners' playoff but will likely not make it because the 51 truck has less points than the 25 right now. Pathetic. Actually, I can't even say that. I think, well, no, he did IRP. Matt Mills did Milwaukee. Wood did IRP. Starting 3rd, driving the number 98, Bommarito Auto Group Curb Records Ford for Thor Sport Racing from Seymour, Wisconsin, Ty Majeski. Starting 2nd, driving the number 2, Gamebridge Chevrolet for Rev Racing from Miami, Florida, Nick Sanchez. And on pole, driving the number 4, Baba Buggy Chevrolet for Kyle Busch Motorsports from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, with a time of 30.631 seconds and a speed of 176.292 miles per hour. It's Chase Purdy, and we're now on the last lap before they get to green. Never mind. I thought the lights on the pace truck were off. Now it'll probably be the next. Yeah, lights are off the pace truck. We got one to go before they take off. All right. If you notice, I started adding in the places where they're from. Because I'm trying to make my intros more and more like you would here at a track. They don't say the sponsors, but they do say where they're from. So, obviously, I have one person from my home state. I think Motorsports Fan 17 has one. I won't say the state though, because I'm not looking to dox. Also, I see Toad Scott has joined my VC. Matt Craftsman's going to have to dig himself out of the hole that he's in, considering how far back he is. At least he's got 9 points is not a huge buffer, considering where he is.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd like to avoid another round 1 exit.
Oh, yeah. Also, I'm kind of surprised that Haley Deegan managed to qualify 7th.
She has her moments. They're just rare.
Again, if only she can find a way to finish there.
Yeah, I wish.
Voice reveal, yeah.
Huh?
voice review for me.
Oh, hello there. The voice of Toad Scott in his first weekend in the server.
Still gotta get used to this place.
This is not my regular Discord server. This is server with my friends. Anyway, Pace Truck is rolling off 134 laps around this 1.5 mile tri-oval. We're going green at Kansas. It's Chase Purdy and Nick Sanchez leading the green as they spread 4 wide behind them. Sanchez got it going on the inside line, and he'll take away the top spot away from the number 4. Chase Purdy looking to have a good day. He's had a fast truck, but he's got some immediate obstacles to overcome. He's got time of just getting out of the inside. He gets a push from Christian Eckes. 3 wide. Here comes Ben Rhodes around the outside. He'll take second away. Wow, what a move. And this allows the number 2 to scoot away. Chase Purdy battling back on the inside for second position. There's some sparks from the 99 as it goes through turns 1 and 2. But it keeps going. And they're still side by side for that position. But Ben Rhodes got a good run off the top side. That'll help. Oh, 98. Oh, he's just lost it through 3 and 4. He's still going, but he shed quite a few positions. And the 99 is he clear of that number 4 truck? No, that 4 is still strong and is stout, and he's fighting back hard. For the first time in his life, he might actually have a chance to win a race. But he's going to pull in behind the number 99. The number 04, Spencer Davis, is already off the track, so his return to the Truck Series was probably shorter than expected. All right.
Only the 04 is in the garage, apparently.
Yeah.
Probably not running the entire race. Probably 1 lap or something.
Well, no, if he's off the track, he's out for double-digit laps.
Well, the truck did hit the wall, and I think practice, and they don't have no backup, so that's, I guess, the reason they started working.
Yeah, it is a very small team.
Jake Drew has made it up to 6th.
That kid, I mean, Jake Drew is one of my favorite drivers in the West Series, not just because his last name is the same as my first name. 2022 West Series champion. Had this garage running for rides because, was Matt Craftsman also has a bit of sparks flying from his truck. But Jake Drew, he's had a few starts this year with Thor Sport and Hattori. He's done pretty well in both of them. Craftsman has made it his way up to 25th after starting in 31st. He's made a few spots. He's just got to keep climbing up. He's about to pass Tyler Ankrum. Or he's just creeping up on that number 16.
It's a bit loose. Yeah. But the only question is, can Greg Vanos finally finish a race this time?
Oh, yeah. And hopefully not in last place. He has joined a very dubious club of people who finished their first 2 races in last in the Xfinity Series. I think there are only 6 other drivers that have done that. Ooh, 35 almost hit the wall. And that's the 4 who is slowly starting to lose positions. Jake Garcia trying to make the pass for 3rd.
Yeah, Jake Garcia is really starting to get a run going here.
By the way, I maintain that McAnally Hilgeman is the best Chevy team in the series right now. And both of their trucks are running in the top 5.
I certainly would think that next year, with GMS Racing shutting down, that McAnally Hilgeman will end up forming an alliance with KBM, because I still can't help but think that Chevrolet is going to want KBM to be their top team in the Truck Series.
True, but I don't think McAnally Hilgeman needs the alliance. They're better right now. I mean, they got their full-time driver in the playoffs, and the 35, despite missing a race, I think is 13th in points. At least Jake Garcia is, and he makes the pass. He's clear. The 4 still trying his damnedest, though. It's making for a great battle for that 3rd position. Meanwhile, I mentioned up front, the margin between 1st and 2nd is holding strong at about 6 to 7 tenths. Matt Craftsman now up to 22nd. I believe as they run, the 25 and the 88 would be out.
He's coming to the front as well. He's going to be someone they're going to have to deal with tonight. I'm interested right now to be able to see whose trucks are maybe look like they're a little pushy.
Unless the 99 crashes, it's going to be a hard charge for the, the 88, because the 2 and the 99 are going to reap a lot of stage points, just as they asked right now.
There are also a rumor that was starting to pop up recently about Jake Garcia potentially making his.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Right when they're going to commercial, they showed Purdy nearly parling.
I saw that very close call between Purdy and Garcia. But speaking of which, I was just about to say there was a potential rumor that popped up recently that Jake Garcia could make his Xfinity Series debut with Colleague. And honestly, I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, I personally rather want to see Eckes do that before him.
True. But Garcia, that kid has a lot of speed. I mean, the kid's 18 years old, and he's run so well. 7 top 10s.
Honestly, I feel like he should have won a race at some point earlier this year, but he just hasn't done it.
Garcia. He's finished 5th at Texas and 4th at Richmond. Those are his best finishes. Actually, they got the thing that they got it wrong. Actually, it's 8 top 10s, not 7. Truck Series, though, it's an extremely stacked deck of teams. Friesen didn't win a race. Who else didn't win? Who else? It took until the playoffs for Majeski to win. Sanchez probably should have won a race by now. So I almost saw him win at Atlanta. I'm very curious for tomorrow. Mostly I want to see how Hocevar qualifies, and then after that, how well he does in the race. Because I still maintain, at least right now, I think he might be Cup ready. It's not a very popular opinion right now, but he had the best finish for the 42 on a non-super speedway this year when he finished 17th, ahead of all the Joe Gibbs racing cars, I might add. So, hoping he does another good run. Oh, we got a problem. It's Bailey Curry, the number 41.
Ah, jeez. Oh, so yeah, first caution. That's unfortunate because I honestly kind of wanted Bailey Curry to have a decent run here and maybe even have a chance to pull some kind of an upset.
Like when he's good, he's got the speed, but unfortunately, he's in a Nice truck not numbered 42.
It's weird because before that, the 41 truck was certainly looking a lot better last year.
Well,
at least when Chastain was driving.
Ooh, and is that the 43 that barely missed him? No damage, no real damage. You just got to put some tires on it, and he's good to go.
Yeah, not so many drivers were as lucky earlier today, whether it was practice here for Craftsman truck, it was Arkham and Arts.
Yeah, we're already now halfway through stage 1.
Looking at the lineup of trucks, Jesse Love, the ARCA points leader, running 20th. For the first time since I think Daytona or Phoenix maybe, he wrecked out of the race, leaving and because he was the only driver in the field that had won a race, that meant we were guaranteed a first-time winner. That race went to Connor Mosak, who I believe is driving the number 24 tomorrow in the Xfinity race.
Yes, he is.
So good for him. Rough day for the second place contenders. Frankie Muniz had a tire blow, and same thing or at least there's a flat or something happened. Similar thing to Andres Perez. So they're second and third in the championship respectively. Christian Rose finished 6th, so that he passed Muniz for 3rd and got within distance of the number of Perez for 2nd. Wait, they made another Rinvo commercial? This is great. That's the only one I needed in my life. Another Rinvo commercial. Craftsman now up to 21st, and now with the restart, it should help him even more.
The Golden Corral commercial is more annoying.
Oh, it's cringe. Like, give me John Travolta with T-Mobile. At least there was singing in that one.
Honestly, I feel like the only commercial that airs that I can tolerate is the McDonald's as featured in commercial, but that one only shows up like a few select times during the day on a broadcast of anything, really.
Yeah. Nice to see a commercial with an anime in it.
Yeah, and apparently I've now learned that the series that clip is from is called The Devil is a Part-Timer.
I'm guessing he was the cashier in that frames.
Yeah, it's like you can only catch it for like a split second.
Was one of them from Loki?
Yeah, it was.
I haven't watched anything Marvel since Captain Marvel. I never watched Endgame. Judge me however you will.
Honestly, I've only seen two Marvel movies.
In my opinion, they should have stopped after Endgame. They tied it up with a bow. You know, it was the best possible way to end it, and then they just couldn't resist the call for money. Maybe okay. Maybe although Spider-Man, I think Spider-Man's story was probably a good way for it to end him off. So I won't bop him for that. Just especially with the number of girls that got over Tom Holland. Paying Hawaii, actually bringing in, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Garfield being my favorite Spider-Man, by the way. Bringing him back, that was classic. Willem Dafoe is the Green Goblin. Jamie Foxx is Electro. Did they bring back the Lizard?
I can't tell.
Alfred Molina.
I can't tell you about that.
Right, Alfred Molina as Doc Ock. I love Spider-Man too. Anyway, enough about Marvel movies. We're back. I think we're still single file, so they may be doing choose roll next time. Pit cycles. So, all right. So Grant Enfinger probably can afford to go for an alternate strategy because he won at Milwaukee, so he's going for the race win, whereas some others who stayed out might be going for points. So anyway, so where do y'all? I wonder, since De Benedetto is not returning to Rackley War, just wonder, do you think he gets a ride, or do you just make a really stupid gamble?
I feel like he's kind of taking a big risk.
Absolutely. I mean, because people assumed he would have had something lined up, because nobody would just leave a team without having something lined up. But
honestly, I honestly kind of thought that maybe he would find a way to work things out so they could still stay around. But I feel like the whole thing with GMS shutting down is kind of going to affect the Rackley War team. But at the same time, there are also rumors popping up that Noah Gragson could be going to that truck next year, which suggests that they might find a new partnership with a different team and keep things going with NG. And there's a possibility, another possibility, that Black Rifle Coffee could follow Gregson to that team or wherever he would go. At least I'm thinking it will.
Right.
Guess if you want to mix it
All
up, do
right.
it now. Put it on.
And this racetrack is wide enough. You can go anywhere. You can go to Powell.
Think about
So
the
yeah,
GMS.
Sanchez and Rhodes will be on the front row coming to the restart with Garcia and Purdy in row 2.
Yeah.
We only ran about, what, 16, 17. Green
What was I say? All right. Shit. Forgot. The GMS leaving the series also sparked rumors about where their drivers go. I've heard Grant Enfinger replaces Hocevar at Nice. I mean, where else? That's the big one. Of 25, if it wasn't Gregson, could where Caruth or Sanchez end up. It's gonna be interesting.
There's a rumor that I heard that Raja Caruth could go to Spire in the 7 truck. But a theory that I had is that I would like to see Rev Racing expand to a 2nd truck and have Caruth and Sanchez be on the same team.
Garcia didn't get going. Inside line is going to get a big advantage here. Sanchez back out up front and Purdy to 2nd. Oh, 3 wide. Here comes Christian Eckes on the bottom. Purdy forced to the middle. And Sanchez going to scoot away.
Now Eckes is trying to run down the bottom.
Oh, wow. He squeezes back up in front of Eckes. They're side by side. 4 to 99. 99 soars by on the outside to take 2nd definitively. Man, Garcia is falling back to 8th position now.
Yeah, Sanchez certainly has been showing a lot better speed, and I feel like he just seems to get that going a lot better than Purdy does.
Jake Drew now up to 8th position. And now he's got Hocevar to deal with on the inside.
He's definitely showing a pretty solid run here tonight.
He deserves a full-time ride with some team.
Yeah, I definitely think he does. Whether or not that would be with a Tory, I'm not sure, but maybe he would find something.
In a perfect world, he replaces Dean Thompson.
Hard disagree.
Really? I don't know. I mean, it's the best Toyota team in
Yeah,
the garage.
I mean, that's the thing. I don't hate Thompson, so honestly, I don't really know why it would be a problem.
I mean, I don't know. Thompson is just, he's way underperformed. Matt Craftsman, by the way, now in the top 15. Trying to hike his way back up to points. Right now, Rhodes is set to earn 8 points, which would put him 1 point behind Matt Crafton.
And Hocevar could look to get 2 points in this stage, which I think might be enough to allow him to be able to lock in his spot.
Yeah,
just about to say, if he finishes this stage, he's locked in.
Yeah, 2 points would be exactly enough for him to lock in. Well, actually, even then, even with Sanchez, who was the driver of the cut line, winning the stage.
So looking like if that Greg Van Ness will get the free pass if he holds off Jennifer Jo Cobb for the
Honeycutt. According to my timing, Honeycutt is the first car lap down. Never mind. It is Van Alst. At least, okay. Also, Spencer Davis is still off the track.
Already now 4 to go in stage 1.
Kraft trying to make
Almost
a move on
said
the inside of
stage
Stuart Friesen. Crafted up to he's up to 14th now. He's trying to make the pass for 13th. Oh, caution!
All right.
Oh, it's the 0-2 of Caden Honeycutt. He spun off.
Oh.
No damage. Just looks like he just spun
You're
off.
a little bit.
Oh wait. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I thought something was wrong. Or is it? The wheel, one of the wheels looks a little funky.
You're a little bit ahead of me on your broadcast by like a few seconds.
Honeycutt, yeah, I guess because I'm using a television. Honeycutt has a flat right rear.
Yeah, definitely got some pretty significant damage there. So he definitely got into the wall.
See the team members pulling on the fenders. So you can get in and off pit road without losing another lap.
Kevin Honeycutt, the 20-year-old out of Willow Park, Texas, driving for Young's Motorsports. One of those that's a part-timer.
So by the looks of it, it looks like Nick Sanchez will win stage 1 under caution.
Yes, get those 10 points. Hocevar in 9th should be safe. Should be locked into the next round. Right, and then Ben Rhodes will be once at 1 point behind Crafton. I'll also be right back. I got a Celsius for the first time today. The kiwi guava flavor.
Yeah.
And he's already up inside the top 5. I think this is my championship favorite. He's going to do what he's got to do to advance to the championship 4, I believe, and my favorite to win the championship.
He's been incredible. And by the way, since this is his all-time favorite racetrack, loves it 3 races, it just plays in his wheelhouse.
They're showing the green, but no, they're back to the caution.
That would be weird.
Damn. Another glitch on the broadcast for the FS1 network.
Fox! Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, I gotta remember that one.
Again, as long as they don't do what they did at Martinsville in 2019, I feel like they should mostly be fine.
What happened? For those not watching,
I said this. I've mentioned this before. The Martinsville Fall Race of 2019. It was coming down to their last restart. It was in overtime, and then the broadcast just blacked out, and they showed a blank screen with the FS1 logo. Throughout and they just had radio style audio of the broadcast, and then they cut back right as they showed Todd Gilliland doing the burnouts, and then just immediately as they showed that, they then cut away because of a college football game that was coming on right at that time.
God damn it.
That is easily the most insulting thing they have ever done on a race broadcast to date.
Yeah. And what the sad thing is, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen for a broadcast. Have you ever heard what happened with CBS in 2000?
What?
Okay, so it was their last year in the sport because of the new TV deal. It's the Busch Series race I think it was Texas. And of course it had to be Texas. They got to the first 19 laps, and then it starts to rain. They stay there for like an hour, and then they just gave up and left. Even after the race eventually got back to green but CBS had completely left the track. So the other, it was 300 miles, so 200 laps. So the last 181 laps were not aired at all. Mark Martin won the race, by the way. He ran the car that Almirola threw back to in 2021. But they just left the track and didn't give a fuck about the race. It's probably the most insulting thing a network has ever done.
Again, we should consider ourselves grateful that CBS isn't even interested in coming back to NASCAR now. Because even if they did, that would essentially mean that YouTube is basically going to be under the microscope because of the damn brilliant minds at Viacom who are so copyright strike frenzy. They'd be going on a copyright striking frenzy if NASCAR went back to CBS.
Indeed. And, what makes it worse is that a few races before at Atlanta, same thing happened, except I think it was ESPN. The broadcast, they stuck it out to the rain, even though as it went from afternoon to night they restarted at nighttime, and they got the whole race in. And I think Mark Martin also won that one. But it was supposed to be Mark Martin's last year in the Busch Series, and then he came back in 04 and kept winning up through 2011. Fun stuff. Well, also just checking to make sure I got the. Oh wait, wait, never mind. That's Cup. Okay, Busch yeah, he won those races. He did win those. Also, fun fact, dating back to last week, Mark Martin has the record for Xfinity Series wins at Darlington with 8. He also holds the record at Rockingham with 11. All right.
Also, but yeah, Nick Sanchez won stage 1, and that's his first stage win since sweeping the stages at Texas.
Man. All right, Grant Enfinger staying out because he pit earlier. Let's see what the pit crews can do. Let's look at that Chase Purdy. Is that a... it's kind of funny. I've gotten so used to the next-gen pit stops that it seems almost bizarre to me watching a 5 lug nut pit stop now. All right. Ooh, Sanchez wins it. All right. Sanchez, Heim, Rhodes, Zane Smith, Purdy, Eckes, Crafton, Hale, Great DiBenedetto. Matt Crafton gained 5 spots on pit road, which is exactly what he needs to do to try and get back ahead of the 99. So then we wait. Okay, it looks like Enfinger is the only driver that's... oh, wait, actually, I have to wait for the whole pit cycle to go through. So, obviously, at least one driver stayed out. Yeah, the Craftsman deal of the race. I haven't even bothered since the Daytona to look at this thing. But I'll look at it now. Let's see what is the Craftsman deal of the race. What do we got? It is it's the same fucking drills from that they were doing at Daytona, and that's why I haven't bothered. Because you don't need to give me the same fucking shit for 19 straight races.
I had to keep myself muted there for a little bit.
Family?
No, I was in the bathroom.
Fair enough. Oh, that reminds me of something I saw. Do you know who Rick Benjamin is? Well,
again, I believe you've mentioned his name.
So I'm doing an NASCAR commentator bracket, a double elimination bracket on my channel right now, which is why the name was brought up at all. Rick Benjamin. The current bracket is Marty Reed versus Ralph Shaheen. I can't believe Marty Reed hit 25% at all. But more to the point. Rick Benjamin did one-off Busch Series races at at tracks like Myrtle Beach or I want to say he did Rockingham as well, even though that's not an off race. But but he's more well known for Champ Car from 04 to 07. But he was on a podcast hosted by former ARCA Canada and East reporter Derek Perniciglio, if anyone remembers him. I was talking about a time. He doesn't remember what race it was, but it was a time where, they had all the mics on. Ken Squire goes to the bathroom, and the audio guy didn't turn off his mic, so everyone could hear him pissing. And they were trying to go, shut the mic, Ken's taking a leak.
Oh no! Oh my God!
It's probably during a commercial, but it's still funny.
Stage when they make the final pit stop. So I think Jeff Henson's a pretty smart guy. He's been around here a long time, but I don't think that he's going to give up that same tires for sure. But they only have 7 green flag laps on those tires on that truck.
But also, think about Jeff Hensley. You talk about what a smart guy he is. They might have had this in their plan to come in early if there was an opportunity and just fix things up, see if they get some track position. And on the other hand, Phil, if you have a vibration, you're an experienced racer like Randy Finger is, and you say you got a vibration, you want to take care of that truck. And you want to make sure you give your driver a chance to win the race at the end of the day. So I think time will tell. We'll see how well he holds on these tires that have 7 more laps. I don't think he's going to drop like a rock. Do you?
He may drop a few positions, but I think he's going to settle top 5 or top 10, I would guess.
Well, this just in.
Oh.
Hosts of our fans, you are liking this news. He is locked
Yeah.
himself in.
Hocevar with 2 stage points is now in.
Green. Green means go. Anybody remember this?
So now he can just
a year ago?
race for the
Okay.
win.
So his name has now turned to green.
Yep. The other 5 playoff drivers are in the top 11, not counting the owner's points for the 51, who is back in 19th. Fuck you, Jack Wood. If Jack Wood comes back to that team, I swear to God.
And that means last year he was below.
He's been racing full.
Honestly, with the rumors suggesting that Daniel Dye is going to KBM next year, I feel like that may mean that Jack Wood might be out.
Hopefully. I think it was that he's got at least a partial. Daniel Dye has at least a partial schedule trying to get full.
It is a fluid situation.
But it's so cool to know. Carson Hocevar,
Now let me check chat. Because I've been. Oh, no one's talked in chat. I don't know how I ought to feel about that. Not a lot of hubbub today with the race.
Win 2 weeks ago at Milwaukee.
Surprisingly, it is going at a very decent pace.
I got a sub. Actually, I realized I never reset my views or sub goals. But I did hit the sub goal already. So thank you, whoever became sub 1370. We're green at Kansas again. Sanchez on the inside and Finger on the outside. 11, trying to find a way around the 23, gives him a big push into turn 1. And that's on the outside. Sanchez, though, already clears. That's with Ben Rhodes right behind on the inside. Ooh, man, it's a big gaggle of trucks right behind.
Side by side with Green and Finger.
Side by side everywhere. Look at Hocevar. The blue and black.
Hocevar sneaking up to 4th. Wow. And Corey Heim looks like. Ooh. And here's the battle for the lead. Here comes Rhodes on the outside with a big head of steam. The 2 hanging on to that quarter panel, trying to come back through the turns. Oh, man. Ooh, 99 slides up. Oh, man. Side by side, coming to the line. Oh, man, it's close. Both of these guys were on the cut line. They probably won't be after stage 2. Or at least one of them won't be. Well, 2's not on the cut line after his stage win, because he's past Craftsman. Oh man, and their side by side has allowed Eckes to work his way up.
Yeah, Christian Eckes now starting to go up there. Honestly, he's definitely looking for a win because his last win was at Darlington back in May.
Damn fine win that was. Oh man, the lead battle so intense. Oh, Purdy on pit road.
What?
Purdy on pit road. Loose wheel is Mikey's guess. Well, he's not winning this one. And Sanchez clears.
Oh.
And here comes Host. Oh, wait. No, that's a 4. Never mind. But the battle for second place, 42, is sweeping to the inside. Oh, he's there for second. Man. 42, Hocevar going in for the 4th win of the year. Eckes now sweeping on the inside, trying to pass the 99. Not able to get it there, though. Ooh! 99 looked a little looser, that tri-oval. It's trying to... Oh, I look, he almost got into the 42 right there. Oh. Top 7 running real close to one another. 88 is not in that group, unfortunately.
Now see that Corey Heim is now in the top 10. He hasn't really been there so far up until now.
He's been, yeah, he's definitely has not been part of that battle, but he, you know, the way this is working, he could. Oh. Zane Smith, he hasn't won since Coda, and he's working to trying to pass for 4th on Eckes right there. Oh, and he's there. He's got it.
So far, the only playoff driver outside the top 10 is Ty Majeski.
What? Why? Oh, wait.
Majeski's in 20th, and right now the only truck in the top 10 is Tanner Gray. Oh, now it's his brother Taylor.
I gotta work on my picks, for Christ's sake. I'm gonna lose my lead in the points. In my fantasy league, I'm leading Chase by about a race.
I've honestly been pretty hit or miss, and a lot of the time I've had more misses with my race picks.
My goal is to have a healthy lead going into Talladega.
The winner pick is leading.
Sanchez.
Yeah. My alternate winner was Raja Caruth, and right now he's running 13th.
Not bad. It's about...
Again, he was going for the lead in this race earlier this year until he made a bad block on Majeski, and they both got taken out as a result.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like that's just been the way things have gone for Caruth's season. Like, at Nashville, he was also looking to take the lead until his truck basically just died on him.
Right. Man, that was rough. Also, Craftsman looks like he might start falling in the wrong direction. Tanner Gray, Stuart Friesen now at the 10th spot. As it was Craftsman, Friesen and Tanner Gray fighting for that position. Chase Purdy, where is he running right now? Oh, he's a lap down in 30 seconds. Zane Smith now up to P3.
Well, a little bit loose there for Rhodes out of turn 4.
Indeed. I half hope he crashes out because I'd rather see Craftsman in the round of 8 than him. You know, I want to say Craftsman
closing in.
Huh?
Corey Heim is now closing in back in 5th.
Yeah.
I'll see Haley Deegan in 15th.
I'll take decent finishes at this point. She might be able to repass.
Honestly, I feel like the wild card scenario is potentially getting her first top 5 at Talladega.
I mean, well, it almost happened last year.
Yeah, she was very close to it at that race. But honestly, there was this weird scenario that I came up with, like, about last night, imagining, like, the finish to the Truck Series race, and it's coming down to, like, a late race restart where she's on the front row, and the driver next to her is Brett Holmes, who's looking for redemption after what happened last year.
That would be
And then it ends up coming to the line, and Holmes and Deegan are practically right on each other at the line, and it's at a very, very, very close margin, but Holmes is the one who comes out with the win.
That would be almost exactly like it happened last year had they not thrown the caution, because otherwise Brett Holmes would have won by 2/1000ths of a second. Also, Host of R just took the lead under commercial side by side.
I think this is now their first side-by-side break of the race, but Sanchez is trying to fight back for the lead, so he's not being gapped right just yet.
I disagree there, champ. Hocevar is starting to pull away.
Well, yeah, to be fair, I kind of expected that.
I mean, it's like I said, Hocevar, ever since he won at Texas, he's been so fast in every car he's running. I just wish that.
So at this point, it feels like it would be safe to say that Hocevar might be a contender for the championship 4 this year.
He's already over almost a second ahead of the 2. Like my thing says .96 or .958 if you want to go to the thousands. But my God, like 42 is hauling ass.
Again, not much longer until stage 2 is over.
Only 10 laps. Where's Rhodes? He's in 5th at 6 points. Craftsman's falling back to 12. All right.
Also, again, I feel like if you're going back to the subject about GMS, again, I really have to say it. The worst driver at GMS is obviously Daniel Dye, because he just hasn't really done much of anything. I think the only race where Daniel Dye had something to say was decent was at Gateway, of all places, and even then he didn't really finish that great.
Weird thing, Carruth's had some really good runs, but the odd thing is Carruth is only one position ahead of Dye in points. It's by about half.
Right. Speaking of which, Carruth is now 10th.
Yeah.
So yeah, now just under 8 to go in stage 2. The Taylor Gray in 9th. I honestly kind of thought Taylor Gray would have had a better season this year, and honestly, I feel like the best chance he would have had to try and win something was really at Pocono, but again, Kyle Busch had to get his team their 100th win, so again, that's kind of a given.
Wasn't he fighting? He was driving as Corey Heim for that win, although he did finish 3rd.
Yeah.
Right. So. Yeah. No, but they gotta admit that was a really sweet last lap pass that Busch pulled off. That's the good part of that.
Matt Bilius in 8th, and so far, if he wants to get to the next round, he hopes that some of the non-locked-in drivers have issues today.
Danger zone is the 88.
I feel like at this point, the one thing that we kind of all are accepting is that De Benedetto is more than likely the odd one out.
Unfortunately, yes.
Even though he is running 8th, which is not bad, but that's not going to be enough to get him past this round. I feel like, again, he is in must-win territory right now.
He is. Absolutely. 23.
Now, Carruth is now up to 9th.
Yeah. 23 looking for a way around that 99. This will be that'll be one more stage point that the 99 won't get. And Enfinger has, yeah, he's got. Does he have better time?
Oh, there he goes. Enfinger
got
trying to make the pass, and there he goes.
Yeah, he got it. Oh, it almost looked like Ben got loose, but he's passing back. He goes back to the inside, trying to get that point back. He got the position back.
Trying to cross him over.
Yeah, Rhodes got his P5 back. If he can pass it. Oh, but Enfinger sweeps back down, trying to take it that top 5 back. Oh, and he got it.
And then another crossover. And you have to remember, Enfinger.
It's going to be 3 wide. Almost.
You have to remember that Enfinger won this race back in the spring.
I completely forgot about that. You're right. Eck is trying to make the pass now for 6th. Oh, that's 2 positions he's lost and 2 more points that he might need. Oh, man. Fights on for
Caruth is now up. Caruth.
Wow.
Caruth is now up to 8th.
He's running some nice laps. He's faster than everybody ahead of him up to Nick Sanchez.
I feel like if Caruth can get a decent long run going, I feel like he could slowly work his way into the top 5.
That would be nice. All right. Last lap of stage 2. Right now, Rhodes will gain 4 stage points in this one. That would give him a 3-point advantage over Craftsman heading into the final stage. Osavar, one of the shining stars of the Truck Series for this year. And he comes across, he'll win stage 2. The hottest rookie on the tour, Sanchez takes 2nd. Sorry.
This is now Osavar's first stage win since Charlotte.
How do you keep track of this stuff, man?
I make my own schedule.
All right.
I can write all this stuff in to keep track of records. I've been doing this for years now.
Right, I've seen your schedule. I'm an idiot. Yeah, it's good stats to keep track of. How many stage wins has he had on the year?
1, 2, 3.
All right, 3.
Yeah, 3.
It's another playoff point I'll take into the next round. Now let's see who gets the other 5. All right, I gotta check real quick. Pockrass had the tiebreaker rules. I mean, he had the tiebreaker. Let's see, who would win in a tiebreaker, Craftsman or Rhodes? I think Craftsman would have it. I just gotta check. Yeah, Craftsman would win the tiebreaker. He finished 5th at Milwaukee, whereas Rhodes has had 16th for both of his races, of the playoff races.
That's your limit.
Also, again, when I do plan to do another live stream for a truck race, it is going to be at Talladega.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one.
I'm going to say this right now. I have Greg Van Alst as my dark horse to win that.
Young's Motorsports has a ways with them at Talladega, so it's not out of the question.
And if he were to win that, then that would mean that Young's Motorsports will have won 3 of the last 5 Talladega truck races, and for the 5th year in a row, there would be another first-time winner.
That would be the, what, it would be the ninth year in a row. It would be a non-playoff driver. Yeah.
I think so. But again, but I'm just kind of thinking about for the last several years, for the last year since 2019, there's been a first-time winner at Talladega.
Yep.
Again, Lassard 2021 and DiBenedetto last year.
Yeah. The 2019 and 2021 made the top 100 closest finishes video. Fogelman for his one of the wackiest finishes I've ever seen, wrecking across the line with Hill, and Boyd gets it over as everyone behind Sauter. It was a madhouse for second, which then became first. He got it over Herbst by like 25 1/1000ths or so.
So that's the best game he's ever
Yeah.
seen.
He's 27, so he's never seen a better live game than that. Don't ask me how long.
Yeah, and then tomorrow afternoon is when we have the Xfinity Series race at Kansas.
Regular season finale.
Yeah. And it's so strange that Riley Herbst and Parker Kligerman are separated by just 1 point at the cut line.
If Herbst doesn't make the playoff, he should lose his ride, period. There's zero excuse. It's his fourth full-time year, driving for a better, supposedly a better team than the Big Machine. Stuart Haas is...
Yeah, it's his third season with SHR, still 0 wins, and remember, that's the car that won 9 races in 2020 with Chase Briscoe.
Even then, this year, Cole Custer has won 2 of them in the 0-0.
Yeah, it's strange that Custer now finally won on road courses, so I will give him that he's shown improvement there.
Yep.
And I still can't wrap my head around the decision for Colleague Racing to move Daniel Hemrick to the 10.
Yeah, well, owner's points for the
yeah, I can understand that, to keep them in contention for the Owners' Championship.
Even
and I feel like Hemrick, and I still think Hemrick could give them a decent run at that, too.
Right. 11 could have made it into would be in the Owners if not for both the 18 and the 27 having wins. Sammy Smith has done fuck all since he won at Phoenix.
I can even say the same about Chandler Smith after his win at Richmond.
Chandler Smith's been running well, though. He's ahead of he's I think 7th in points in Xfinity.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so, 16 is run... Actually, wait a minute. No, the 16 actually might be... No, I'm wrong. Oh, that was almost close. Who won the race up? Actually, I'm wrong. 16 is behind anyway, Heim wins at Pit Road. Sanchez, Zane Smith, Hosevar, Eckes, Taylor Gray, Enfinger, Rhodes, Tanner Gray, Thompson. And I'm wrong. Let's remember this. Hemrick just passed Chandler Smith in points. I'm wrong. So 16 is behind the 11. So I'm off. But I didn't think he's been bad. But I did make a mistake, and I own that. All right.
He built roads there. He talked about the long pit stop. Only lost 5 pit roads. But our leader, company pit road, Carson Hosevar, lost 3 spots. So they'll have to battle back.
Yeah, he's certainly going to have to work his way back up to the front.
Who does? All right, so let's see, who has to work their way back up now? Sorry, I missed who you're referring to. Maybe he's peeing again. All right. I don't give a shit about KFC chicken nuggets, although they do look pretty good. KFC's got some, you know, it's maybe fast food. It got some pretty damn good tasting fried chicken.
And then, of course, on Sunday, we have Cup Series playoff race number 2. Hollywood Casino 400.
Yeah. One of my, Kansas might be my favorite 1.5 miler. It's a very close between it, Charlotte, and Homestead.
I really feel like it's mainly because of the finish we got in the spring.
Not just that. It's a very wide track. So, yeah, restart. It's got some of the best restarts in the series. I mean, you can run all over it. You can run anywhere on the track. I like it. It doesn't. It's never. It's almost. It's not. I don't. At least I don't think it's ever really boring. Although 2020 fall was frustrating to watch the end.
Oh yeah.
That's like the one bad thing I think people say about it.
Like at that time back in 2020, it was like more around mid-October at that time, and it was pretty cold at the track at that time. So I feel like that kind of played a bit of a factor, but yeah, it was pretty dull.
Yeah.
But honestly, for Sunday, really wanting to see Bubba Wallace go back-to-back in that race and defy everyone's expectations, saying that he's going to be a first-round exit. I knew that if Bubba Wallace could make it into the playoffs, I had Kansas circled as a track that he could win.
You're right. I think he could also do pretty well at Bristol. Like first round, I think.
Again, I feel like I'm kind of wanting to see again for Bristol. Again, I think it's obvious that I want to see Buescher go back to back.
Hell yeah! Personally, I want.
And that, by the way, that's going to be my next live reaction stream.
Bristol night
for the Cup race.
A Cup
at Bristol. Yeah.
Amen.
Kind of weird. The only other Cup race I did a live reaction stream for this year was the Bristol Dirt race back in the spring.
I will be upset if they get rid of it, honestly.
I'm honestly thinking it is very likely that North Wilkesboro will get a point race and they will put that in place of the Bristol Dirt race, because I'm really thinking that SMI is starting to figure out that the Bristol Dirt race has, like, the novelty has started to wear thin, and they feel like it's kind of run its course, and that's why they feel like they want to trade up with something else. And again, I don't blame them, because there's other rumors suggesting that they're going to end, that this could be the last year that they run the Roval, and they're going to go back to the Charlotte Oval for the fall.
Right. I hope they keep 6 road courses at the least. I mean,
I'm sure, again, with the possibility of an international race date, most likely looking to be in Canada, I imagine that there still could be another road course that could find its way in, and that's probably going to be in Montreal.
I hope. The only certainty we have, based on what I've heard, is that Brickyard 400 comes back next year, which...
I think that seems like a guarantee, and I feel like that's part of the reason why, again, we haven't seen the 2024 schedule be announced yet.
Probably still trying to work out all
I feel like I've been, again, if it's not out by the end of the month, then I really feel like that's kind of a sign that something is...
Gets a good restart. Oh, 3 wide for third. Oh, here comes Osavar to the middle. Oh, this is going to be a real... This is 3 wide for the lead. Osavar trying to force his way through. It's 3. Oh, it's between Heim, St. Smith, and Osavar. Oh, man, this is so close. Oh, a 19 even. A good push to the 38. 42 slides back a bit. Oh, wow. What a restart that was.
Osavar's getting shuffled back.
This is the only track in the Truck Series schedule that gets 2 races. Oh, man. This is why I love this place.
Oh. And now I noticed that myself. Yeah, Kansas is the only track with 2 races.
Oh, Craftsman's falling back. Maybe he just had a bad turn, or maybe there's something wrong with that truck. Oh, man.
Oh. This could be a problem for Crafton.
Let's see what happened. Did he scrub the wall? Yeah, he smacked the
wall. Oh, boy.
Damn.
Oh, no.
Well.
Deegan is back in 27th.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Her pit. One constant for her is terrible pit crews as well. She had a horrendous pit stop.
Basically, she has the Truck Series equivalent of Bubba Wallace's pit crew in the Cup Series.
Unfortunately, it seemed like it carried over from the DGR to ThorSport. She was running. I think she was 18th at the end of the last stage. She started, and I believe she restarted. 27. Oh, geez, I think he hit the wall again. Well,
as this might seem like a bit of a contested take, but would Deegan be better off going to a Chevy team in the future to try and see if that can help her chances?
Wait, 99 slow.
Whoa!
Whatever the fuck his name is having issues.
Man, so both trucks that needed that. Oh, his rear end's all fucked up. Oh, he's got damage on the right rear of his fender.
Oh boy, that's some pretty significant damage. Oh,
wow,
kind of bobbling.
And the person that needed drivers to have bad days right now is Matt Fidelio.
Yeah, that 99 seems unstable through the turns. He's still staying out there though.
If he stays out that long, he's
like right now. The 99 has a 3-point. Well, not as they run, but. After stage 2, it was a 3-point. Crafton's on pit road trying to repair the damage and send him back out. Right now, he's minus 11. Actually, I just had a thought. If both no, it wouldn't be enough. But if Crafton and Rhodes fall back enough spots, Dibby finishes high enough, he might actually point his way in.
That certainly would be quite the upset factor here.
Yeah, although he would probably need to finish second. Or even right now with all of them having their problems, Dibby is still 9 behind Rhodes.
It's either the continues to fall even more, or the number 25 starts pushing.
Rhodes.
I feel like if Rhodes loses control of his truck and ends up crashing out, then I feel like that would be what DiBenedetto would need.
Right. I can't tell where his position is because my timing has not updated past lap 74, and they're not scrolling. At the very. So I can't tell how many more positions he can lose. Crafton is now listed as 2 down. So I'm guessing that he might have regained control of his truck. I don't know, but
and now Hocevar going for the lead.
Both of them okay. Heim going for win number 3 on the year. Hocevar going for win number 4. Oh, okay. Rhodes is he's still running. He's just running slow. This is probably a strategic move. He's 6 miles an hour slower than the leader. This could be. Right now, he's in 26th. There are 2 trucks ahead of Dibby he could catch up to. If he were to completely fall out of it, that would be enough for. I mean, how? By the Deegan, who by the way you mentioned he was 27. She's now up to 18th.
Oh yeah, Caruth is
17th.
also up to 20th.
17th now for Deegan. So I guess they figured out something. Come on, yeah, Matty D's caught up. So Dibby needs to pass 2 car trucks ahead of him and hope that they pit that the 99 has to go pit and lose a couple laps.
Yeah, there he is. Enfinger and Taylor Gray are right there in front of DiBenedetto.
He will not return to Rattling Warren next year. Certainly not stepping away from racing, but he won't return. How cool would it be for them to push their ticket and make it to the second round?
Battle continues front. Oh boy, this is. All right, full screen commercial. Unfortunately,
yeah, Corey Heim is still right there with Hocevar, so he hasn't faded back.
He's faster than him.
And full screen commercials.
Yep.
Jeez, our full screen break. It's like the side by side break. You can only do that like once. Are you kidding me?
Dibby, but last lap was the fastest truck. Okay, not the last lap, unfortunately, but he's. Hold on that, but he knows what he's got to do. Come on, okay, Rhodes. Yeah. Okay, he's 20 seconds behind. Come on, man, come on. So I wonder how long is it gonna go before he is in a before he has to pit. Are just gonna try and make it all the way to his pit cycle.
Yeah, because I think there has to be at least one green flag stop they're going to have to make before the end.
And it'll probably still be a long-ass pit stop. All right, let's see. Okay, Ben Rhodes just lost position to Chase Janes. That's the Ream Brothers Racing number 33. So now the margin is down to 8 points. Oh no! Oh no!
What?
I was looking at. Apparently, somebody noticed this. Michael Waltrip said about 20 minutes ago, "Don't you just love how colorful our scoring pylon is? You have green and yellow, and then there's Raja Caruth." What a bad line. And some people are thinking he's drunk as well. It's like it's
oh my god, that was like.
Okay. He's talking about the way they're highlighted on the screen. Green for the playoff drivers or locked in yellow for those. But that just came out so badly. Okay. Anyway.
Michael Waltrip seems to have a history with stuff like that.
Just trying to race alongside Hocevar. Hocevar slides off the track and watch what happens behind.
Oh, straight the wall.
Dibby
is losing contact with the trucks in front of him. So that might have... Maybe it was too good to be true.
Oh, Hine got a little bit up into the wall out of turn 2. Majeski now up to 10th.
Yeah, Dibby's completely lost contact with the 2 trucks he was trying to pass. So now, I mean, at this point, Rhodes would need to fall back to behind Jennifer Joe Cobb, which is, he's not going to lose, probably not going to lose 5. Oh, Crafton's back on pit road.
Yeah, looks like his night might be coming to a very Rough ending.
The team working around
Right.
the right side of the truck to put a tire on that right front as well. And they're going to bring out the hammer to maybe fix some of that earlier damage from getting into the walls.
Great to see on the right, Ben Rhodes with that ill job.
Is he gonna pit now?
Kubota.
Or what? He got lapped.
He's in his window. 46 laps to go.
So yeah, Ben Rhodes now lap down. 8 points, just above the cut line.
He has.
Yeah.
Trying to make the best of this situation. Oh, man, I'm telling you.
Probably. I think at least given like the fact that Debbie lost contact, he and the fact that we're nearing the actual pit stop cycles, he's probably fine. He's probably fine, but I don't know.
And it just depends on what the pit crew's gonna do to actually have to try and repair the damage.
As long as it
Trying to like buff out that back bumper.
Yeah. I just hope it takes longer. Ben, oh no, oh yeah. So yeah, 26th place just got lapped. Ben Rhodes down to pit road. Let's see how long he stays on pit road. That's the question.
Corey Heim still 0.2 of a second behind
Been a
Hocevar.
great battle for that lead. Are they not going to adjust the... Oh, they didn't even try to fix the truck. They just did a regular pit stop. Okay, then. Like...
Well, looks like that's what they figure. I guess maybe that damage isn't much of a detriment to his speed, but...
Not enough. Right now he's listed in 30th, which is a 30th. I think that's a 5-point gap now. But
I believe it might be.
yeah, but it's, unless that 30 just gets completely fucked, unless that 99 is completely undrivable in its state.
Grafton is now 6 laps down in 35th.
He's out.
Practically.
All right, let's see his. I want to see his lap times. He's got bet. Oh.
Again, we also have to consider that if there's any drivers who end up getting penalties on pit road during this cycle, that's also something to consider, as Corey Heim now goes into pit road.
Right. Especially if anyone above Dibby gets a penalty, that will give him a chance. Although it would require the 99 to have so many problems left on the truck that they have to pit. Let's see. Ben Rhodes' last time was a 33. I'll probably have to check Twitter to see how his car is.
Okay, Hocevar now goes in.
Mm-hmm.
Benedetto now up to 5th.
Craftsman apparently just blew another tire. Oh, Majeski on fire!
Oh!
He's going now, but he's stalled. That sucks.
Oh! Trying to push him. Get up. There he goes. He's going now. Oh, a lot of smoke coming out there from... There's a lot of tire smoke from other trucks leaving their stall.
25 waiting a bit to pit, which is unusual.
And trying to stretch it for as long as he can. Garcia in second, Tanner Gray third, Colby Howard sixth, Holmes 8th, Timmy Hill 9th, and Mason Maggio 10th. I legitimately thought that Stephen Malozzi was supposed to be in the 22 truck this weekend.
Next weekend.
I think he's... Oh, so it's next week for Bristol.
And Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah, it's the first time that Outback has sponsored a car since, I believe, 2016 with Kevin Harvick. So it's strange that apparently just Outback Steakhouse just dipped out of the sport 7 years ago and haven't been seen up until then.
Alright, let's see where Debbie cycles out.
Alright.
Probably, he's battling Taylor Gray and Enfinger. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
He's probably cycle. Oh, Enfinger's pitting again. I think.
Oh.
Yeah, he is pitting again. Speeding. So now he needs the 99 to pit again, or we have the car get so fucked up, but he probably won't because. So yeah, let me count. Heim, Hocevar, Saint Smith, Taylor Gray, Eckes, Sanchez, De Benedetto.
Streaming now on Fox Nation.
What made you decide that you want to speak out?
Martha McCallum's exclusive interview with Buster Murdoch.
Perspective that nobody in that courtroom ever held.
The fall of the House.
Oh, so now they're doing another side-by-side break.
I need the... Okay, let's see.
Also, next weekend is when Carson Quapple will be making his Truck Series debut in the Spire 7.
That'll be a prime opportunity for him. A short track with with the best part-time truck.
Jack Wood just peeled off, still pitting under
course it is.
Looked like the air gun broke because they brought the front changer over there to tighten lug nuts on the rear, but
Man, that's a shame. They took a chance, stayed out, ran along, stayed on the racetrack. As Brett Holmes is doing right now, he's still on the racetrack and is a leader in this 32 truck.
Let's see. As pit cycles are almost fully done, Rhodes is listed in 27th, and so that puts the gap at 8 plus 8 for Rhodes.
10 laps or so. You can run, close to 55 laps. Right now, he pitted on a lap of 64, so he's only run 42 laps.
I would go all of them, Bill, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Looks like he's coming.
Holmes is gonna pit. That'll put it back to 7. That'll put the gap to plus 7.
Holmes comes down pit road. That gives the lead back.
Okay, I think Brett Holmes is going to be going in now.
More than he did.
Yeah, there he goes.
Was, and then hitting the lap sooner. Probably about a second and a half fall off. He took advantage of that by having those fresh tires over the competition.
Craftsman would. I mentioned Craftsman would win. No wait. Dibby versus Rhodes. Dibby would win the tiebreaker.
That's good teamwork.
So Carson Hocevar.
Where is he? Ben Rhodes now listed. Oh wow, he's listed in P25.
Now the gap is at 9 points
So
now.
he would need to like. It's probably. Oh, yeah. It was that delusion was fun while it lasted, but unless the 99 really has a problem, it's not going to go off. Let's see what lap time. Right now he's running 2 seconds slower than the leader.
Chase Curry, remember the top grade Chase had a loose field. Cost him a lot.
He's hanging in there though, Bill. 15th place. Still on the lead lap. He's gonna have to drive his Bama buggies off to be able to stay on the lead lap though. They're ahead of time. We know how fast he is. But look at the pace of the four truck. Oh, stretch it out a little bit, didn't he?
Such a good truck all day long.
Well, now he just gained a spot somehow, probably from pits, I guess. I don't know. But Ben Rhodes is now up to P24. Never mind. Now back to P25. Oh, now P26 now.
Good shot of Jesse Love, our Arthur championship winner.
Is he in a battle with two other cars or trucks?
He is right now on the lead lap.
Because now the gap's listed as plus 8.
Stayed in front of his team.
Must have fallen. Yeah, he fell back to. He's the last car 2 laps down. Again, he would need to lose 6 more laps to even get close to. He needs to wreck in order for the 25 to make it. It's probably best not to focus on it. Corey Heim now with about a 2-second lead.
Starts, Michael. Not just his second DNF of the season earlier today. Had to watch him in the pit box. Race for tonight. I have a feeling we'll see this young man full time in the series. We should ask you.
It's gonna be simple. I'm sure he certainly deserves it. James to move him now. He's ahead of the free pass. Still on the lead lap. I'm sorry.
Yeah, James, run the next strategy. Just stay out there and take a chance. It didn't.
Also, I feel like, again, with the situation with Ty Majeski's points, I feel like it wouldn't be that much of a problem for him because, again, I feel like just like last year, he could win at both Bristol and Homestead and kind of make up some of the deficit and be in the championship four again.
I mean, he'll only lose 5 points for the round of 8 because regular point penalties mean nothing after a round, just because he's already won at Milwaukee. 75 points means nothing.
Yeah.
The 5 playoff points will mean something, but it's less of a problem than it could have been.
Since Majeski won at IRP.
Make the truck rivals with him. He can certainly maintain this pace, and he has 8 points to play with. That means 8 positions to play with. He's running 26 now.
And now see, Roger Caruth is now in 10th.
25, almost 26 seconds behind the leader.
Taylor Gray, who's 1 spot in front of him.
Craftsman, 20 to go.
Needs a caution.
As Corey Heim just crossed the
No, he needs the 99 to be the caution.
laps to go.
Too bad he doesn't have any teammates to help him with that.
Talked to Scott Zimmergelli's crew chief this week, and he just said it's all about the win. We have been so focused.
Nick Sanchez does seem to be seated in a very comfortable spot with 40 points above the cut line.
Yeah, extremely. Just based off his stage wins. Anyway, just all the points he got in the stage. Whoa! There we go.
What's going on? Coming into this racing. Yeah, and coming into this racing, Smith and his crew chief, Chris.
Ooh.
Felt like they needed a reset. Their short track program wasn't where it needed to be, so coming to this mile and a half gave them an opportunity to see where they would stack up against the rest of the playoff competitors. So this is the same truck that they ran in Nashville where they had a really good finish in top 5, and they said they should have the same good speed as we see it running here in third. But moving on to Nick Sanchez, I spoke earlier about how confident he was coming into this race. He said,
Well, Chase picked late for fantasy, and if he picked Crafted, my points lead is safe. That's all I'll say on that matter. Caution!
Oh, alright.
For who? That's the question. Oh, it's Mason Maggio in the 22.
caution is out for the fourth time as you see.
Oh.
That's Mason Maggio.
Only 12 cars on the lead lap. Tyler
Oh.
Ankrum gets the free pass, and my God, what the hell happened there?
Ooh. It looks like he must have had a tire that must have went down. And he went straight into the wall.
Started farting sparks.
Yeah, it then just got up in the outside wall by the looks of it.
I'd say that's very accurate.
That toe link on that 22 truck broken. They're probably done for today.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All that does is help Ben Rhodes, by the way. It's another car he doesn't have to pass. So 25 has to pull out a W.
Was that Kate Honeycutt? What Kate Honeycutt? What do you call that?
If he wants to pull a W, he needs to get by that 17, 19, the 2, the 38, 42, and the 11.
Wait, how did Haley Deegan end up in 30th? Did she have a penalty?
Yeah, for the tires. What do you do?
She was
Probably Deegan thing or something. I don't know.
I don't. The booth would have seen.
Oh.
I guess.
Just his fifth start
Let me
this
see.
season.
Mechanical issues and a pass-through penalty for an uncontrolled. It's painful. It's the same bullshit, different team.
Second stage, which after the caution for the stage and probably only have about the same amount of tires. But as you mentioned, they would be cooler. But do you want to give up the track position?
No, but there's only 12 trucks right now on the lead.
Yeah, that's not many. I mean, if you're Stewart Friesen in 8th, Tanner Gray, Raja Cruz,
What about
why
Matt?
not?
What about Matt Benjamin?
Why not take a chance?
Yeah. See what you got.
You see there the 2023 playoff cut line officially as they run right now. Grant Enfinger.
Right now?
And at this point, I say Zane Smith's locked in. 60 points, I think he got. And with the 22 possibly being out, I think the...
It's just been all too good. As of now, plenty of racing still to come, though. Stay with us.
Pizza lovers know Marco's is the real deal. Real fresh dough, real signature sauce, 3 real cheeses topped with real meats. Now, get another real deal. Unlimited medium one-topping pizzas for $6.99 each. Marco's. Pizza lovers, get it.
Is this yours?
I don't think you're gonna clear this.
Also, still can't help but wonder if Nick Sanchez could use this to his advantage.
laps. He's running 4th.
And a fourth. Mother's revolutionary ceramic spray coating. Just spray it on and wipe it off. Join the revolution. Wish you knew what your cat was feeling? The Tiny Cats Innovation.
Also, it's hard to believe that Zane Smith's last win was all the way back at Coda in March.
Yeah. Age seems like ages ago.
Yeah, again, it's kind of strange that he won both Daytona and Coda just like he did last year.
Touching my shoes. Try Skechers slip-ins.
Pods handles the driving. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready, then we deliver to your new home.
Zane Smith was only the second driver to win the Daytona truck race back-to-back since Todd Bodine.
Right, that was 0809.
3 real cheeses. Top.
Yeah.
Now, get another real deal. Unlimited medium one-topping pizzas for $6.99.
Let me update the view count. Let's see. Oh, we hit the view count. Wonderful. Thank you, everybody.
Wait, where exactly is the view count at?
133. I check into my studio in the studio app. Someone else's live.
Oh.
Sorry. Okay. Removing that comment. I do not. Please do not make comments about the Drive for Diversity program in chat. Please.
Was it in any way negative?
Yeah, it was suggested that they're only talking about Nick Sanchez because of the diversity program. Hey, idiots! He's running in 4th. And a playoff driver. So I don't need BS like that.
It's a 99 with that ill-handling truck right now. 9 points to the good over Matt DiBenedetto. -9. Let's hear from the crew chief.
Anyway, I don't.
Just told me that he told Matt DiBenedetto ahead of this race that I don't need this truck back. So we'll see how spicy it's going to get as we head to the end of this race. But you told Matt that it's basically a win at this point. What else do you guys have up your sleeves?
That's about it. You know, Ben is doing everything he can to limp his home, and he's doing what he's got to do. So sure, we need him to fall back 4 or 5, and we pick up 4 or 5, but ultimately we need to win. So I told TJ to.
Anyway, I got rid of that bullshit comment because I wish I saw it earlier when it came up. But
He's good enough to do it. I think the truck is okay enough to do it. It may not be as fast, but you get up front and things change, so business picks up. So we need a restart of his life right here.
You can definitely feel the intensity over at the 25. Chad Kendrick was clenching his fists as I came over here.
Talk about restarts now. What a wild restart we're going to have here. Pit road is open. Do some of those trucks maybe just outside the top 5? Do they gamble on maybe put some cold tires on? We know they don't have any new tires left.
It's going to be around 10 to go when they go back to green.
I go for it. I can't wait to see. Matt DiBenedetto can do here. It's all or nothing. It's all on the line to advance to the round of 8.
There you see everybody passing by pit road.
Everybody feels like the tires they have on the trucks now are better than what they could put on. They would have to put tires on that they'd already run during the race.
Let's get an update on Nick Sanchez, Heather.
Well, I said earlier he was having communication issues with the team and not able to let them know what he needed as far as the handling of that race truck. And again, he's still having a little bit of issues. They told him, take your radios out of the case and put them back in if that happens again. But one thing that he's having to do on his own is actually spot for himself. So the trucks around him, he said, hey, I got it over there, but I'm trying to do my best just not to cause a wreck here. And they said, hey, man, you're doing a great job, so keep up the good work.
That's going to be a real issue on this restart when they're going to be 3 and 4 wide.
Wow, what a round 1 of the playoffs it's been. 3 great races.
oh, Okay, the way trucking was spelled in cursive, I thought it said something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you from Indy up to Milwaukee, and
And that would have been funny.
to Kansas. Where you going then? You watch this, Bill. We're gonna go to Bristol. What about Bristol Talladega combination? Go in the same round? Wow.
I want to go to the beach.
All right, let's go with Miami.
instead.
Miami, South Beach, a little bit south to South Beach. And then we're gonna drop the trophy on this gang out in Phoenix. A lot of fun left for this season. It's been a lot of fun this year, but some more fun to come.
Absolutely. Cross the line here with 10 laps to go.
Let's see. I'm host of our
Well,
2,
52
4.
laps tonight, but Nick Sanchez talked a lot about him. He's led the most tonight, 43 laps.
Yes, I probably will.
Gonna do the choose this time?
Wait, okay. This is, okay. Roberto kept track of all the trucks that had penalties in the last pit stop cycle. Enfinger, too fast to pit road. Daniel Dye, too fast to pit road. Garcia, commitment line violation and speeding. He's 14th right now. 9, too fast to pit road. 56, too fast on pit road. 13, too fast on pit road. 10, too fast on pit road. 33, too fast on pit road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 trucks having problems, which is also why I think Ben Rose gained back some spots.
It's easy to everyday proof your car. No matter how tough your job is.
Let's see.
Technology.
On this restart, we've got to do whatever we can to win this race from 7th. De Benedetto was told during the caution. De Benedetto was 9 behind Rhodes, who is pitting for repairs.
3 real cheeses topped with real meats. Now, get a real deal. Unlimited medium one-topping pizzas for $6.99 each. Marcos, pizza lovers, get it.
This is the moment. This is the time. Who ready? Give me my theme music.
Here's why you should switch from Google to DuckDuckGo on all your devices. DuckDuckGo comes with a built-in search engine like Google, but it's private and doesn't spy on your searches. And DuckDuckGo lets you browse like Chrome, but it blocks cookies and creepy ads that follow you around from Google and other companies. And there's no catch. It's free. We make money from ads, but they don't follow you around. Join the millions of people taking back their privacy by downloading DuckDuckGo on all your devices today.
All right. By the way, worst rebrands of all time. NRF changed his Twitter handle to Digital Gas House. I'm like, that just sounds like he's farting.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Like, how much more of a stupid idea can that be?
I mean, I could think of some dumber things you could do, although I don't want my stream to get demonetized. Actually, it doesn't matter. My stream probably is already demonetized. I don't monetize my videos because otherwise I'll take my monetization will get taken away again. Because I stopped monetizing my videos because I got bought for copyright. I didn't get a strike, but it got revoked. My monetization got revoked, so I'll take just from the passive income. Anyway, restart. Here we go. Zane Smith, a push on the 11. Oh man. Here comes, is that Zane Smith to the outside. Oh, the 11 tries to block, but he's not gonna get the run interrupted. The 38's gonna roar back. Hocevar coming on the high side. Here comes Stuart Friesen from P5, and Dibby is trying to something. He's out to P6. Heim re-clears Zane Smith. Oh man, Dibby falls back to P7. Caution out again. Oh, it's Raja Caruth plowing through the grass. Oh, and Tanner Gray has hit the wall.
The answer is yes. And the
Oh! I mean, Caruth went through the grass at least, so it doesn't look too major, but
all the wrecked
there you
cars.
see Tanner Gray. Truck came to a stop backwards right before the start-finish line.
Yep. All
Right
these
front
wrecked cars
caved in. So he must have gotten spun by somebody. He must have got like.
All right. All
these
wrecked cars help the 99 because there's more chance they fall behind him and give him back points. Let's see how this happened. Oh, the 1 got loose, and the cars that check up behind him. 24 spun off the 15 into the grass, so the 15 spun and hit the wall.
Oh, whoa. So yeah, Tanner Gray got into Caruth, and then Gray lost control and then spun up into the wall. So yeah.
How did no other car get caught up in it? That's the question.
So he was just a victim of circumstances.
It's another shot. Talked about Jesse Love and the one getting sideways.
Oh, nice job by Daniel Dye. Did you see him just avoiding Gray there off down the front straightaway?
A lot of drivers did a nice job avoiding that.
Ben Rhodes just creeping by, saying, all right, let's just run a few more laps and get out of here. Tanner Gray to pit road. There's the damage on the blue.
Has a good chance of staying on the lead lap.
I thought I saw that right front wheel wobbling.
Was it? Yeah, then
something was broke or bent in
that's
there.
not going to happen. They're looking at it pretty close. He also has a lot of damage on the left side as well.
Yeah, I think he's got big issues.
Yeah.
Zane Smith second right now. Let's hear from his crew chief, Heather.
Here with Chris Lawson right now, and we're talking about how brutal this restart might be. So, what's the risk versus reward, and how aggressive are we going to see Zane get?
I'd say max aggression, right? I mean, it's going for the win. I don't care that we still probably need to play it safe to lock ourselves into this next round. It's going for a race win. We got to do it. So I expect to see that out of them.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Max aggression. Let's do this. Who gets it? Corey Heim? The experience of Zane Smith?
Well, what I saw first time when he ducked low off turn 4 and was able to grab the lead, even though he was side to side entering turn 3, that 11 right now is hitting on all cylinders. He's going to be tough to beat. But you put Carson Hocevar in a
Chance to win situation.
late race restart and he could smell victory lane. Watch the aggression from the 42 truck.
He knows he's locked in already.
I love Chris Lawson's philosophy. This win. Let's go for the win. Now again, he's 61 points now above the cut line as they run. The only thing could even happen to him was if Matt Benedetto would jump up there and win this race, then we'd have to do some math.
Christian Eckes is in the 4th spot, Amanda.
And he's had a really good truck all day. His set has been balanced, it's been very consistent, but he's been racing with one thing on his mind, and that is a trim to the playoff mustache that he has been just completely upset with all weekend. I verified with the team at Matt Spin probably said, man, that's all we can hear.
So this is looking to come down to a green-white checkered.
Yep.
How about we don't? No, I'm just kidding. He's got this clean-cut baby face, and he's rocking this mustache right now. But it worked for Martin Truex Jr. a few years ago with that whole team that grew out those beards. Oh my goodness, it was atrocious. But hey, it worked for him.
You've seen some hockey teams now having to do in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Those beards and missing teeth. No,
I gotta tell you, I like the commitment. I like that he says I'm gonna rock it all the way to Phoenix, and this truck has been fast enough. McAnally, Hogan Racing.
I hear you, Michael, but I still don't like it.
What about Stuart Friesen sneaking into the mix too? We haven't seen anything from Stuart lately, Phil. It's been a bit of a struggle.
Yeah, if anybody needs a good run at Stuart Friesen, his last 4 races, 27th, his best finish. Oh, we're certainly used to seeing Stuart racing up front. He's back up front where he belongs right now.
He's probably won about 9 dirt races since he had his last top 10 in the truck series. That's a struggle, Heather.
Yes, it has been a struggle for Stuart Friesen, but so far tonight he's been happy. The only thing he's complained about is just being a little bit free in that racetrack. But he did not make the playoffs. He has has nothing to lose here tonight, so he's going for win number 1 on the season. And I believe we can expect to see Stuart Friesen mix it up here on this restart for sure.
Yeah,
Really
that's
nice.
too thin.
Sorry, Jimmy. Really nice to stop down passing in the grass at the start-finish line.
Yeah, and it's going to be pretty close to NASCAR overtime here. 1 to go, so we'll have 2 shots at getting this race finished.
Jinx.
Yeah, it's fun to say together.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's technically not going to be overtime if we're going to finish at the prescribed distance if we don't have another caution flag.
That's the if that I said.
Cover his bases.
There's 2 chances that we finish this race. One, we don't have overtime, but certainly still a possibility. These guys go down to turn 1 on this restart, knowing what's on the line. I don't know what to expect.
How about Taylor Gray in 6th? We know he's an aggressive driver. A good.
You know, he's an
Gotta
aggressive.
be 2 to go.
Yep.
Love is in the top 10. Jake Drew, I mean, it's just fun seeing these names bubble up to the top 10.
Yeah, Taylor had a great third-place finish at Pocono a few races ago.
I love the winner go home mentality though. We're talking about Matt DiBenedetto back in 7th, Zane Smith in the 2nd spot.
They'll think that Carson
All right, here we go.
Same thing, winner go home. Even though he's already locked in to the next round, it's all about the trophies.
Forty-nine's now got 40 laps here tonight, and they lead the last 2. Corey Heim on the inside, Zane Smith.
All right, green, green, green.
Are green.
There's 2 by 2 by 2. Corey Heim, slight advantage as they head into 1. Zane Smith coming back on the high side. And they're 3 wide. Oh, way back there. Zane Smith edges ahead. Corey Heim coming back on the low side. Here comes Eckes on the high side. Oh, it'll be 3 wide for the lead. Yes, it will be. Oh man, Heim slips back. It's 3 wide. Oh, Heim almost slips up. It's Eckes leading at the wide. 3 wide for the lead. Last lap. Who's gonna pull this off? Oh, they're still 3 wide. Heading into turn 1. Heim coming back on the high side, on the low side. Oh, Zane Smith is gonna power back. Oh man, it's still somebody's side. Eckes cuts down to the bottom. Oh, almost out of shape. Eckes soars back. He tries to. Oh, he's gonna try and clear. Oh, Zane Smith doubles into the wall. Nearly spins out. 3 wide for 2nd. But Eckes will win at Kansas. And it's a gaggle of cars coming to the end. But it doesn't matter. Dibby gets P3. But it's not gonna be enough because Ben Rhodes takes the last playoff spot. Holy crap, what a finish!
Oh my goodness!
What a
Sorry, I had to deafen the
what
audio
a
there.
finish!
I had to deafen the audio there because I didn't want to get any spoilers, but what a run for Christian Eckes on that last lap!
Yeah.
First win since Darlington back in May. That's probably the most epic win that I think Eckes has probably ever gotten.
That was awesome. Yeah, Rhodes makes it in by 5 points.
Well, there's the win, the celebration.
Wow.
And there's the loss.
Well, I guess that's one of the picks I wins it.
Dibby somehow pulled P3 out of his ass, but not a. He needed 2 more spots.
5 points short of the cut line. Failed to advance.
It happens, but my God, what a spectacular overtime finish that was.
That's easily the most impressive win of Eckes' career to date.
Yeah.
Again, colleague racing, please give Eckes a chance to drive one of your cars in the Xfinity Series.
Somebody better.
What a run by Christian Eckes.
Man, I need my meds after that one.
So yeah, both the 2 Matts have been eliminated in the first round. Crafton and DiBenedetto.
Yeah.
So exciting here.
Zane Smith. Wow. What a save.
No surprise there. I mean, maybe if Crafton goes back and wins Talladega again, then maybe there's some consolation that comes from that. But again, still thinking the possibility is real of Gregson being in the 25 truck next year.
Smiling big somewhere. I'm sure he's not far.
Yeah.
There's the checker.
Sorry, who did the 5?
That's what it's all about. Playoff racing.
Who'd
you say would go to the 5?
I'm talking about like the 25 truck and that being Noah Gregson.
Ah, all right.
Here it is, the big unveil.
Here it is, the big idea.
And our 2 drivers eliminated, Matt Video and Old Man Matt Crafton.
Yeah.
So yeah, Matt Crafton is not going to contend for a 4th championship to tie Ron Hornaday Jr.
Right. Oh, Eckes have a mustache now? My God.
And Cobb finishes 35th. At least he actually made the entire race distance.
34.
Actually, 34th. Forgot.
That's 5 playoff points for the 19. In terms of owners' points, I think that's the 25 and the 51 getting eliminated. Wait, no, 25 didn't even make it. I think. It might have been either 25 and 51 or the 88 and the 51 getting eliminated. One of those 2 combos. Anyway, owners' points are now the same as driver points. That's, oh my God.
I get all of it, I guess I'm going to have to keep it. So, yeah, I'm super proud of everybody. Napa Auto Care, Gates Hydraulics, Adaptive One.
Yeah, this is another reminder that Eckes will definitely be a contender for the championship as well as Hocevar.
5 points. He finished third.
Derek Kraus probably like, bro, I should have won.
I really, again, Christian Eckes managed to do in just 3 races what Derek Kraus couldn't do in 3 years.
Yeah. Not to say that Kraus doesn't have talent, though, considering his runs in the Xfinity Series with Colleague. I guess we'll see him again tomorrow in the 11th. But
yeah, I just feel like that's more so the fact that Colleague is at least mostly capable with their equipment, and I feel like he's into that.
Yeah.
And for the first time ever, Greg Van Nus, I hope I said his name right, has finally finished a race.
Oh, yeah, finally did. 32nd. And Taylor Gray finished 2nd. Oh, my God. I didn't even kind of miss that.
With all the mayhem of the last lap, it was hard to see. And top
Tyler
10.
ended up 10th.
Yeah. All right. It was
And
Eckes
Roger
wins.
Bird somehow gets 13th.
Yeah. It's Eckes wins. Taylor Gray 2nd. Matt DiBenedetto 3rd, Corey Heim 4th, Zane Smith 5th, Carson Hocevar in P6, Stuart Friesen P7, Sanchez P8, Jesse Love P9, and Tyler Ankrum rounds out the top 10. For the rest of the lead lap cars, Jake Drew in 11th, Jake Garcia in 12th, and Raja Karuth in 13th. All right, so we'll go. Truck Series return next week at Bristol for one of the best weekends of the year, because it's a 4-way. It's 5 different series. You count ARCA East as 2, which also reminds me, I'm going to see if I can convince my dad to go down for the Daytona for Speed Weeks. I've been to Charlotte. I've been to Indianapolis. Why not check out the biggest week of the year for NASCAR?
Kind of strange how that cycle has gone. In 2022, Dave the Race Fan went to the Daytona 500. This year, it was Gray Speed Productions who went to the Daytona 500 for the first time, and who knows, maybe next year, could it be you?
2021 was Michael with the unfortunate incident, but he went there, so we can make it 4 in a row.
Maybe. I mean, hey, at least I can still say that again. I finally went to my first race back in June at Gateway.
Yep.
My first race I went was back in 2019 at Charlotte.
Oh, really?
But did watch the entire race because a bit of issues that occur. But yeah, it was actually pretty good. But the only time, but just make sure, don't go looking back and forth when the cars go around.
I just remembered something sick that I forgot to mention. This I tried to say it before the break of insanity from the last time. But you don't need to apologize there. It happens sometimes. But with Darlington selling out, we have eclipsed the number of sellouts from last year with 10.
And honestly, again, I can say this now, that is a really impressive effort on the behalf of the tracks being able to attain that.
Yeah, I think Talladega didn't sell out, but it had the highest attendance since 2008, which is good. I was at Indianapolis, but attendance wasn't fantastic, which unfortunately seems to be a common thing at Indianapolis.
Ever since 2008 because of the tire issue that happened.
Yeah, but there were a lot of people.
Like, if I think if that tire issue never happened, I feel like it will still be on the oval for 2021 to 2023.
Maybe I don't know. I'm very happy that the oval presumably is coming back. The Brickyard 400 is one of my favorite races. I was always for Indy Oval.
Only thing I worry about the Indy Oval is when the next gen blows a tire, they can go straight to the wall.
Yeah.
Well, we saw what happened when drivers blow tires and go head on to that wall.
Well, they got to bring the hardest damn things they can bring. All right, let me see if I can find the new playoff grid before I sign off officially for today.
The fact that I was literally in a PlayStation 4 party with two of my friends while being this VC, multitasking today.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Still looking. Actually, I don't know if I'll be able to find it right now, but I guess maybe I'll find out tomorrow. All right. Anyway, thank you all so much for coming out for today's stream. I'll update the final totals for views and subs. 147 views and ending at 1371. Thank you to the extra person who subbed. I'll be back tomorrow for the Kansas Lottery 300 for the Xfinity Series. Again, thank you all so much for coming out. BowserJrXD signing off. Have a good one.